sometimes it's just the belief in somebody's ability to heal you, that can help. So you would go to somebody who may have a reputation of witchcraft, like later when it was safe to do that again without being strangled and burnt. They would go and consult them. And then there would be, magical rituals would be performed, like forspoken water, which you use 3 stones of different colors and you boil them, and then one of them chirps, as they called it. It made a little high-pitched noise with little maybe bubbles coming from it, and that indicates what it is you're dealing with. Because if you started to become ill and you'd been okay, and then you started to feel ill and started to become weak, then it was probably a spirit that was doing it to you. And it could either be trow, so it'll be from the hilly troughs, a spirit from the sea, or a kirkyard spirit. And sometimes you would actually just be asked, without any of this rituals, if you knew anybody who was either a very close friend or an enemy of yours who had just died, because then the spirit of that person would be out to get you. Now, with it being a close friend, it was just because they were longing to be in your company and maybe a little bit envious of the fact that you're alive and I'm dead. So it turns from being, from kind of love to hate, from life to death. And so if you did know of somebody who was particularly close to you, or who had a grudge against you, or some old feud, you would go down to the graveyard, I think at midnight, usually at midnight, take some earth from the grave of that person, and then dry it out and mix it with your food and eat it. And that would break the spell. With forspoken water, they would know what ritual to use, with which stone was chirping, and you would drink the water and take it with you and drink it, so many times a day.